One really amazing thing about Kairos is that you're able to both receive streams into your switcher as sources and also output streams without the use of any additional decoder and encoder hardware. Now, this tutorial is going to emphasize a little bit about SRT workflow, but there's also RTMP, RTP, and RTSP supported by Kairos, which is really handy, especially if you want to push a backup stream from your switcher directly without having to go through a hardware encoder just to push out RTMP. So let's start with inputs. I'm going to take input 25, which you can see marked off in the multi-view as LiveX SRT. I'm going to go ahead and populate that with an SRT feed that I have running off of our cloud service. So on Kairos Creator, on input 25, I select stream from this drop-down list of different options of inputs. Stream populates with a different number of types of streams. Again, RTP, SRT, RTMP, RTSP are all supported. I'm going to go ahead and select SRT, and then I'm going to go ahead and click More. It brings up an additional menu for delay, and then I'm going to go ahead and select RTP to configure some of my streaming settings here. Now, so to access the stream, I'm going to have to know the server and the IP address, and I also have to know the kind of relationship I need to have with the stream. Now, I'm going to be calling our server, so I'm going to set the mode as caller on the Kairos side of things. So clicking the pen, I'm going to go ahead and type in the number, the IP address for the stream, and the appropriate port number. Additionally, we can set the key phrase. If you need a passphrase for the stream, you can also set that here, along with any receive latency to go along with that. You don't necessarily have to worry about frame sync, as it's a stream coming into the switcher and not coming through ST2110, so it doesn't necessarily need to be synced to PTP, which is handy. So the SRT feed, as you can see it now up on the screen, in the multi-view, comes out perfectly clean. And if I hover over the check mark here, it'll indicate it's okay. Now, on the output side of things, I can go ahead and do the same kind of concept here. I'm going to take output 13 and set that as stream. Remember, there are only 2 stream outputs that we can assign. So in this case, I already have 2 allocated, so outputs 13 and 14. Again, gonna go ahead and select on SRT. Gonna go ahead and go to More, RTP, and I've already configured this before we started this video, but I have a server address up here along with a port number, and this time I'm also calling to that server so that I can push video out. That server could also call the IP address of your Kairos if you have a port forwarded on your network, if you want to set it in listener mode. Again, some of the same stream settings we're all familiar with. We can also just up all the way to 24. There's no custom bit rate just yet, but we have a 4 to 24 megabits per second should be plenty to work with. It appears to be that this works just in H.264. I'm not sure if there's any H.265 support just yet, but 16 megabits with an H.264 stream should look quite good. Again, caller, I've already set my port number, and then it gives me an A-OK that it has been connected. And if I wanted to change the source of that output, I go to aux, go to aux 14 or 13, whichever one it is. I'm going to go ahead and select the source. Say I want to be able to stream on multi-view rather than program. I'll go to internals, multi-view 1. There you go. Now I'm streaming SRT of the multi-view that you see on the screen. Thank you guys so much for watching another Kairos 101 tutorial.